Alright, we're going to get started with a match against Blah, one of the best battlers over at VG Chat. Right off the bat, I see he's got a Celebi, which makes me sad face, because I like to play Event Claws and bar Celebi, but I didn't tell him that ahead of time, so I'm stupid, and it's my problem. Leads off with Typhlosion. Don't want to keep Bass in here for sure, so I'm going to try to dodge a fire attack by going over to Starman. Then instead I get hit by a Focus Punch, or not dodge a fire attack, but whatever. So now I'll try to surf him away, and him being Scarf doesn't even occur to me here, so I guess I should have stayed in and tried to Earthquake him with Bass, but there was no way for me to know that, and Scarf Eruption, it's now clear to me now, but it wasn't at the time, so don't want to stay in on Dusknoir, even though the Surf did do quite a bit. Might 3-hit KO, probably not, but I'm not going to risk a Shadow Sneak, so I go over to Tomahawk Man to resist a Shadow Sneak, but he Pain Splits, which probably does about the same amount of damage anyway, but he gains a little bit out of it. But I'll go over to Buster G now to evade the Will-O-Wisp, and I'd rather kill him in one hit rather than multiple hits, so Pain Split doesn't screw me over. So I'm going to go ahead and Swords Dance up, and thought about using Swords again, but I didn't want something faster to come in, and then I would have to switch out and lose my stat boost without dealing any damage. So I went for a Blaze Kick, and he Pain Splits and gained some from it. And I decided to go for a Swords again, and now he gets a critical Shadow Sneak. So that sucks, because Shadow Sneak was doing about 30. I've got 22 hit points left, so I could stay in here and sacrifice him, but there's no real reason to. He's got his Blaze activated now, so no reason to waste an Infernape that's capable of coming in and dealing something with Blaze. So I'm going to go over to Tomahawk Man to resist the Shadow Sneak that I'm sure is coming, and resist it nicely. And of course now the Will-O-Wisp is coming to burn me, but I don't care. I want some damage on the Dusknoir, and I return the favor with a crit of my own. So his Dusknoir goes down, and that's good. He goes back over to Typhlosion, and here if I had thought about the Scarf, I don't know why I didn't think Typhlosion equals Scarf Eruption, but I didn't, and so I lost my Weevil, and that was huge, because he had a Gengar, and an Azelf, and something else I think too, all of which would have been great things to use Weevil against, but oh well. So I send out Quint, and should have known well that Gengar or this Azelf would be able to evade an Earthquake or something. Probably should have went with Avalanche if anything. But anyway, I'm cocky and stay in, think I can live a Grass Knot, which I do, and Mirror Coat it back, which is sweet, but his Sash saves him, so that makes me sad. And not a whole lot Quint can do now, but may as well save him for Death Fodder. No reason to sacrifice him right now, I guess. Thought about going to Bass, because Quint's slow enough that he could probably get killed by Flamethrower if he packs it, and switch to Sceptile might be anticipated, but regardless I was going to go over to Skullman. He would take whatever special attack and be able to kill with a Shadow Sneak, except that he switches over to Shuckle. So that's fine and dandy, and I don't want a big wall battle, but I'd rather get Shuckle's status with Wisp before I go over to Starman and try to surf him away. So the first Wisp misses. I almost expected that by now. I get hit by Toxic though, so that's bad. I go for another Wisp, and I miss again because Skullman's only got one eye and can't aim. And now I get knocked off. So now I've got a Dusknoir that's Toxic and no leftovers. So that's not going to be good. So I got to go to Starman right now. Getting on an Encore, so that's cool. I'll go ahead and serve him for Stab and super effective. Probably switch out. Don't know what to though. And he's going to go over to his Celebi, so that's lame. Afraid of the Grass Knot, so I don't want to leave Starman in here and try to Ice Beam to death or anything. So it's still pretty healthy, so I'm going to go over to Bass and try to get some Night Slashes, maybe get some crits. Packing a Scope Lens on Bass right now. Probably need to switch over to Choice Band, honestly, but I also just need to rebreed him. But whatever. So I get hit by a Psychic with a Calm Mind, and that's definitely easily going to pick up the KO on the second hit. But I just want it a little bit weaker, so I'm going to go ahead and Night Slash him again. And he finishes me off with a Psychic. So Bass goes down, and here I should have gone to Buster G. Actually, I probably should have went to Buster G instead of Bass, since he calm-minded up. But I go over to Skullman for no reason. I didn't think about Blaze at the time. For some reason, I didn't think that I'd be able to kill him with Blaze Kick, but I probably could have maybe even one-hit killed him with Blaze Kick, depending on how bulky, depending on its EV spread. But whatever, so I sent out Dusknoir, which was dumb. I get Leech Seeded and get some damage with Ice Punch, but with lefties and Leech Seed, he's going to recover more than that. So once again, before Dusknoir leaves, I want to try to get things status for no other reason than to negate the residual recovery with some residual damage. And this time the burn hits. I know he can natural cure out, but like I said, just get some kind of residual damage on it. And by now, Dusknoir's 3 hit points, almost dead. I thought he might try to recover or something, as poison killed me off, so I didn't want him to get away with that. So I went for the Ice Punch for a little extra damage, but it looks like I should just went with the Shadow Sneak. But now I finally go over to Buster G, who I should have gone over to before I lost 2 good Pokemon, or, well, Dusknoir anyway. And so I finally kill him with the Blaze Kick, but he's going to go back over to Azelf, who's got 1 HP, and nothing else I have is faster than Azelf, and he's going to be able to kill everything with Psychic here. No big surprise. Starman, he's got Grass Knot but he decides to go ahead and go boom in case something crazy happens and I survive the Grass Knot, I guess. So Starman goes down, Azelf goes down, and I've got Swampert left with almost no hit points. So whatever he sends out, I'm pretty slow. So he sends out Scarfillusion, which is going to finish me off with an overheat, I think, here. And that's going to be the game. So good game. I'm boneheaded and can't remember that I have Blaze activated to kill Celebies with. But oh well. So hope we get another match in soon. And that's about it. Later days.